It's February 28, 2022. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am out to do a little snow removal. We got about half an inch of snow last night. It isn't enough to justify putting the snowplow on, so I'm going to hand shovel it and just shoot a little bit of that. But the main thing I want to do today is talk about dressing for the weather. There are 4 factors in how you dress here in Maine for the weather. First, what's the temperature? Well, right now it's 17 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's not that bad. Another factor is it windy? Well, there's about a 10 to 15 mile per hour wind right now, which is a little bit chilly, so I put on a flannel shirt over the top of my flannel shirt, and that's keeping me plenty warm except for my hands and my face, and a stocking cap is keeping my ears warm. And so this is fine for a breezy day, 17 degrees, and I'm getting away with it because it's sunny, and that's keeping me nice and warm. Now, if it was a little colder or the wind was a little bit heavier, I would wear a little bit warmer jacket. So let's go put that on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, when it's a little bit colder, say down around, anywhere 5 to 10 degrees, not much wind and sunny, and I'm going to be doing something, which is the 4th factor. What are you doing? I might put on this fleece jacket liner. This is just a single layer of fleece, and it is the liner for my wind jacket, and I usually just wear it by itself. Now it's black, so if the sun's on it, my back right now with the sun on my back is actually getting pretty warm. So that is something that we'll consider. So this outfit, I put gloves on to keep my hands warm, and I'm comfortable now as long as it doesn't get too windy, or if I can be sheltered from the wind, down to pretty close to, say, 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So what happens if it's windier or it gets down around 0, maybe 4 or 5 below 0? Show you just a second. Okay, here we go. I've put on the Windshell over my fleece jacket, and now I'm windproof, and I'll be very comfortable down to temperatures, a few degrees either side of 0 Fahrenheit, and this works really well for that sort of weather, particularly if I am doing something outside, a little exercise to keep me warm. Now, most of the time here on Mount Desert Island, Maine, it doesn't get cold enough to justify putting this jacket on. So I seldom wear it. Sometimes in the summer, if it's say 40 degrees and windy and maybe threatening a little rain, I'll wear this because it's waterproof, and I can even put the hood up and keep rain off myself, but I don't use it very often. So what happens if it gets really cold, or if I decided to go up north to Caribou in the middle of the winter? I'm going to switch into my actual winter jacket that I've worn maybe 3 or 4 times since I moved to Maine. Now, if it was to get really cold, this is what I might wear. This is an REI Expedition down parka. Now, this isn't just any down parka. It is a sort of double parka, basically 2 down coats, one inside the other, and none of the seams go all the way through. So this is a very warm jacket. As a matter of fact, it's too warm for Mount Desert Island in the winter 99.9% of the time. And I have seldom worn it here, maybe once or twice when it got down below -5. And if it's really, really cold and I have to be out for a while, I'll even put my down mittens on. And this, dressed like this with the hood up to keep wind off my face, is perfectly adequate down to -40 or even -50 Fahrenheit. And believe me, I have worn this jacket in those conditions because I lived in Alberta for quite a while. I lived in Manitoba in Canada, where -30 in the winter is pretty typical. And I had this jacket when I lived in Fairbanks, Alaska, and wore it in temperatures below -50. So it's quite comfortable when it's cold, but on a day like today, when it's warm, I think it's 17 degrees right now with a light breeze, it's overkill. Of course, this is the way you might see a Texan dressed here in August. Okay, the sun is probably going to melt this snow off today, even though it's well below freezing. But if I wanted to hurry it along, what I would do is shovel it off. This is a 28-inch pusher shovel, and I'll show you how it works. I'm not going to do much because I expect the sun to do most of the work for me today. Well, that's simple. I just go back and forth, push the snow off. And this gives me a little bit of exercise walking around on my driveway. Okay. And because I don't want lines of snow between passes from the shovel, now everywhere on a sunny day like this, everywhere where I push the snow off, even though I didn't get all of it, will melt off. And when I shovel the full driveway this way, I end up walking just under a mile, pushing the snow shovel. So I'll do a couple more passes, and since the sun is going to do most of my work today, I'll call it a day. Okay, so that illustrates what I do when we just get a light dusting of snow and I want to get it off the driveway. Especially on a sunny day, the sun this time of year will melt the snow off very quickly, even though it's well below freezing. As you can see, the driveway behind me, where I shoveled, has pretty much already melted off, even though it's only been a couple of minutes. So that is what I wanted to show you today, February 28, 2022. If you found this interesting, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, why don't you consider subscribing to my channel and maybe even clicking that notification bell. Thanks for watching.